That sounds wrong. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Thanks for hanging out with me today. I am very happy and appreciative that you stopped by to check out my video, which is a month in review, couple of months in review. I've been a little behind. Let's just say that. It is currently November 2nd. It's after Halloween. Haven't changed my background yet because I'm lazy and I'm tired. Hopefully I'll be able to get to change it, like, I don't know, eventually. But I have a lot of stuff to talk about, and here is nugget. Do not, I repeat, do not give your mother a hard time today.
Mommy got home from work and she's tired, and she has to film.
I have these conversations with her often. So I've gotten a lot of new stuff lately in subscription boxes. I don't know where I've gotten half of these things that I'm going to be speaking about, but nonetheless I've been playing with them and trying them out, and I have my opinions on them. Today I am wearing the Tati Textured Neutrals palette, Volume 1. This is my second look with it, and this went much better than my first one, I will tell you that. I'm starting to get to learn the nuances of the palette. It's a little tricky, which some people don't necessarily like when they're using something. I can't give my opinion on the palette because I used it twice, you know. So unfortunately, I can say that I'm going to go in no particular order because I just have randomly thrown stuff in a bag and in a bin, and you know how that goes. But let me just start with this stuff first. I'm going to try to get maybe the body and hair care stuff out of the way. This is the KP Duty, the Dermadoctor body scrub that I got. You can see it's kind of dirty because I use it. That I got on sale for the 50% off at Ulta. This stuff is $50. It is crazily expensive, and unfortunately it doesn't last that long because you use it all over your entire body. You put this on dry. You do it when I'm standing in the shower without the water running. You scrub it all over your body, or especially, yes, that word works, especially in the places that you have the keratosis pilaris, the chicken skin, the bumps, any place you want exfoliated, basically. Rub it in really well, dry skin, and then you rinse it off when you put on the shower. I love this. I said I wish it wasn't so darn expensive, because spending that kind of money is just on this, you know what I mean? So when it goes on sale, I pick it up, but I highly recommend it. I tried a bunch of hair care lately, and honestly I've been liking a whole bunch of hair care lately. This is the Alterna Caviar Anti-Aging Smoothing Anti-Frizz Blowout Butter. Whew. I can say that I've only used it a couple of times because I've only blown out my hair a couple of times since it's been so freaking warm here in New York. Anyway, I really like this stuff. It is rather expensive, so if I can get it on sale again, I would love to do so, because this does aid in the ease of blowing out my hair. My hair gets super frizzy. When I blow it out, I have to go over it a million times, and then with the flat iron and all kinds of other things. So to have this help with it, I think is fabulous. And it's purple. I mean, you know. But another pricey item, so there are cheaper alternatives out there. I know the Frizz Ease John Frieda works decently well. It has a very silicone base to it, so if you don't like very slippery silicone products, you may not like that one. This is the item, what is it, IGK Sold Out Curl Priming Base Coat. Since it's still been wearing my hair curly, I really like this stuff. When I get out of the shower, this is the first thing that I spray in my hair. It's more of like an aerosol, but so super fine, and I put this all over, make sure I do get my hair coated really well. Then I go in with my detangler spray and all the other things I use. So I just know that this is in addition to the regular products that I use, and I have been liking it. Again, very pricey, so if you can get it on sale, I suggest doing so. We got this, I believe, in a BoxyCharm. It's also from IGK. I like so many of their products. This is the Mistress Hydrating Hair Balm. You can use this on wet or dry hair, which is what I really love. I use it on both my curly hair and my straight hair. On straight hair, I have to be more careful because if you go overboard with it, it is like a thicker silicone balm and you rub it between your hands, then my hair might look greasy, but I have really been enjoying this, and again, it aids in keeping the frizziness down, which I have such a major problem with. Yet another IGK product, and this is the Antisocial Overnight Bond Building Dry Hair Mask. This is very interesting. It works better on my hair when it is straight than curly because you do have to brush it through, and sometimes I just throw up my curly hair and don't feel like brushing it all the way out. But before you go to bed, I flip my head over when my hair is straight and I spray it, and I make sure to coat everything. It goes on essentially like a dry shampoo, and then I brush it through, and it makes your hair a little bit it could look a little bit greasy, but then I throw it up in a top knot and I go to sleep. And when I wake up in the morning and I brush it out, it isn't as frizzy, isn't as unruly, and again, I like it. This is also very nice because, again, you can use it on your dry hair. This is from R&Co. It is their Foil Frizz Static Frizz Static Control Spray. And what is I'm looking forward to in the wintertime is when it gets very staticky and my hair just and like stands up like I stuck my hair on something. This stuff I think will be fabulous. I have been using it a little bit, but it does calm some of the frizziness if it pops up when it gets a little humid and things like that. So I like that too. I wish all this hair stuff wasn't expensive, but I catch sales all the time because I don't like paying full price for anything. Just a few more boring products and then we're going to get into the makeup. I picked this up at the FabFitFun Summer Edit sale, and by the way, speaking of which, I still haven't gotten my fall. Was it the summer or no, one of the edit sales. It was shipped on October 3rd. I never arrived. I contacted them. They've reshipped it to me. It's taken 2 weeks. They were very nice about it, but I want to do the video on it. But anyway, this is the Beautyblender cleanser. I'd never tried their liquid one. I have to say I really enjoy this for my sponges, because I just pour it onto my sponge and I just squish the sponge around in my hand, and it's easier than constantly dipping into the little hard one. I use the hard one for my brushes all the time, but I really like this, and the fact that I only paid $7 for it I think is fabulous. I wouldn't pay the full price for it, but it is a lot. It's a good generous size and I enjoy it. This is the Nayakio, maybe. It is a cleansing oil balm. I have a favorite, which is the Clinique Take the Day Off. That balm, it's an oil cleansing balm, but it is not too oily. It does emulsify so that you can rinse it off with water. This takes off my makeup quite well. It is a bit harder in texture. The problem is it is so oily that it doesn't rinse off with water. I have to use a washcloth, and then there's still an oily residue on my skin after I do that. Then when I go in with my second cleanse, if it's an oil-based cleanser, then the oil and water are not mixing so well. My skin does feel wonderful after I use it, and of course I'm going to use it up. I said, as you can see, I've used quite a bit of it, but it's not my favorite and I won't be purchasing it again. If you prefer more of a heavy, oily or feel, then that might be for you, but other than that, I'm sticking with my Clinique. I picked this up before I knew about the Sephora holiday bonus sale. I stepped on the box. Oh well, see if you can see it there. I had always wanted to try the Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk, but I have such a hard time paying such an exorbitant price for a lipstick. So I picked up this little set. It comes with a full-size Charlotte Tilbury lipstick and a mini pencil. I've been wearing this almost every day. It is very comfortable. It is a matte formula, so it looks matte, but it doesn't have that really over drying texture. I think the color is beautiful and the pencil is beautiful. It's a little light, but it does work really well for me. I'm going to just swatch both of them. I mean, but this is not a heavy packaging, but it's not a magnetic closure. And, you know, you do have to click it closed. It's pretty packaging. I don't think it's worth the price that she charges. It is a very unique bullet shape, kind of square on the top with a little point. There are the colors. As I said, it's a perfect nude for me. The hype is real about this for sure. Do I want to go out and buy it again after I'm done with it? No, probably. I'm really going to enjoy it as long as I have it, but I think the packaging could be a little bit more luxe, maybe magnetic closure. So those are just my opinions about relating a product. I mean, because there are other lipsticks that are this good, but you know what I mean? I'm mixing in the good with the bad, you know, not going in any particular order, just what I grab first. Okay, Nugget is being such a good girl. She fell asleep. She has her nose tucked under her paw, and She's precious. These little guys that I'm holding in my hand, I picked these all up at TJ Maxx. They are the NARS bronzers. I have Laguna, I have Fallacies, or I think I've been saying that wrong the entire time. I have to look that up. And Casino. This one's Casino. It's a little bit cooler toned, but it still doesn't work as a contour for me. This one's the name that I think I've been pronouncing wrong all of this time. This one barely shows up on my hand, but there it is. It's very, very light, and yet it looks darker in the pan. And this one is Laguna. Again, they go on very, very lightly. They do match my skin tone. I was so excited to get these. They were $17 each, down from the $45 that NARS charges on his website. I don't like them that much. I've been really trying to love them, and most of the time they go on my face patchy. And the colors are kind of off. Maybe it's just the color that I don't like, but I thought I would love them so much. And honestly, I'm very glad I paid $17 and not the $45, because I'll use them up. I'll find ways to use them. But I don't have the love for them that I really envisioned that I would, because I was so excited to try them. So let me know what you guys think. Have you tried these, and what are your thoughts on them? Here's one little palette. It is from Too Faced. I got it in a miniature kit that I had purchased on sale. You haven't seen that video yet. I still haven't gotten the freaking video up. It was from the Tutti Frutti collection. It is the Pineapple Sun bronzer and highlighter. I'm wearing the highlighter today. It is very pretty. You can make it a very subtle highlight. Let me swatch them for you. As you can see, you can barely see the bronzer, and there is the highlighter. You can build the highlighter up, I said, but it doesn't like pop out in a stripe. It goes on very, very pretty. One problem that I have mainly is I can get a highlighter brush in this side of the pan, but I have a very hard time getting a bronzer brush in this side of the pan. It feels very, very dry to me, and so it's very, I had to just double that up there. The color is very pretty, but I find it extremely hard to use, because I think they would have done better to make these minis, but make each of them individually, because when I go to get a bronzer brush in there, I wind up getting the highlight, and maybe that's not necessarily what I want. You know, if you're looking for something where you can swirl the colors together, that might work, but unfortunately, I find myself not even wanting to reach for it, because I know the difficulty that I'm going to have. But the packaging is freaking adorable. I mean, does this one smell? It has a slight scent. Not that strong scent that I really, really love. I got a lot of highlighters to talk about. This is the Hank & Henry that my amazing friend Pamela gave to me. This is called Nightlight. Brilliant Pearls Highlight in Nightlight. The packaging is stunning. And this is a very bold but absolutely soft, buttery, let me look at it on my finger, beautiful highlight. I do find myself wanting to grab this all the time. I mean, look at even, it still stayed on my finger. I'm sorry, I just gave you the finger. I didn't mean to do that. This is just such a gorgeous highlighter. I try to use my other ones, but like, I want to keep pulling for this. That's how much I love it. I'm going to tell you a brief story. I ordered from Hank & Henry on, I believe, October 6th, maybe? All I know is it's been 30 days. I still have not gotten my order. I have sent them DMs. I have sent them email messages. I got the automatic responder back that they would, only the second email that I sent, that they would get back to me. I haven't gotten my order. I haven't gotten a refund, and I'm really, really annoyed. I don't have a telephone number to call. I have to find one, because I don't even want the products anymore. I just want a freaking refund. I tweeted them the other day and said, wow, you have a moment to put out your new mystery boxes, but you haven't sent my order from over 30 days ago. And I also sent them a DM, and finally they responded and said, please go to our customer service center for all problems. So they won't even help me over the DM. Not happy with them, will not be supporting them, will not buy any more Hank & Henry products, because I think it's an absurdity. They have my money. They took my money very easily. all I want is my stuff. This highlighter we just got in one of our boxes. I do believe it was the Ipsy, I'm pretty sure. It's from Trestique. I like several Trestique products. It's very cute packaging. It looks like a little pencil, but honestly, I'm not enjoying this because it's a bit of a powdery formula. It goes on your hand really, really well. It doesn't go on your face really, really well because of the nature of how you have to apply it. The powder feels really soft, and also it is such an icy purple shifty shade, pinky purple, and that doesn't necessarily look good on my skin tone because it is so cool toned. So I'm trying to use it. Maybe I will give it to my niece, but you know, when you don't want to reach for something, it's hard to use it up, you know what I mean? So not my favorite concept. Maybe if it was in a pressed powder, I think it might have been fabulous, but not the color. But this little highlighter that I got for $12.99, no, this was $10.99 from TJ Maxx. It's their Too Faced Love Light highlighter. When I initially opened up and I showed it on camera, I said, oh, it's going to be way too dark for me. It is not. This is a stunning highlighter. See if you can get a good view of it here. There you go. Let's see if you can see that. It's gold, and it just looks so beautiful on my skin tone. Hold on. Just wanted to throw on a little bit more. It is such a beautiful highlighter. You can see I've already worn down the embossing on it because I have been wearing it a lot. The packaging is cute. It's plasticky. It's a little cheap, but I love the packaging. It's really cute to look at, and I'm shocked and I'm really happy that I do actually love the color because I want to use it. Here's another highlighter that is from Wet n Wild, and it's a beautiful, beautiful highlighter. If you don't like the dustiness of it, I mean, as you can see, it is kind of messy, but what I do, and I do like, is I just turn it over and tap it into my cap, and then I just dip into here. It's such a pretty highlighter. Hold on, let me just adjust my lights. That's a little bit better. Now you can actually see things. This is the highlighter here. I said it is messy because it is a loose highlighter, but it goes on so beautifully that I love it. And again, it's something I want to reach for. I wish it didn't come in such a large container, although the cap is very convenient, but again, you need a small brush for a highlighter because this is so much product. I know that I'll have a hard time going through it, but the cost, I think, is a very, very reasonable cost, so I'm not mad at it. I turned the lights down a little bit. We'll keep it at like this level. Hopefully in editing it won't look too bad, but I want you to be able to see like the colors and the finishes and everything. If the lights are too bright, you cannot. Since we were speaking of highlighters, this Jefree Star brush, I wish I had just bought this single brush and not the kit because I really don't have a love for the other. The eyeshadow brush is nice, and this one is the highlighter brush. This has quickly become one of my very favorite highlighter brushes. It's the perfect size. It has the perfect give. It is not too flimsy yet not too stiff. You can see it's dirty because I use it so often. So the other two brushes, meh, I'm really not enjoying them as far as the face brushes go. But this one, as I said, I pull for this one quite often. I do have a few palettes that I want to talk about. And this one first is the Desert Oasis from BH Cosmetics. I've been eyeing this palette for, I'd say, a year. And I finally picked it up when they were having a sale at... I want to order from BH Cosmetics, actually, because they have really good sales all the time. But their shipping takes an absurd amount of time. So I just ordered it from Ulta. This is such a well-made, beautiful palette. And it is within a reasonable price point for what you are getting. The eyeshadows here honestly can even double as bronzers, I think, in my opinion, because of the tones of them. One's cool toned, one is warm toned. You can use them for transition shades on your eyes. The shadows themselves, they have improved greatly because when I first tried BH Cosmetics several years ago, I wasn't utterly impressed. But this one called Cactus is duochrome with a purple shift to it. And I Absolutely love it. Mattes are creamy and soft and just blend well. You know I gotta swatch the blue for you. The metallics are smooth. They're not patchy. I get a lot of compliments when I do wear this. You can see I've been wearing this shade a lot because there is a dent in it. You know, you have your favorite shades in the palette that you just gravitate towards, and this makes a stunning inner corner highlight as well. And then these, this yellow shade, it's an interesting color highlighter. I usually will layer this one, but I think on some skin tones that might look beautiful. The biggest one here is gorgeous. This is a little too deep for me, but on a darker skin tone, I'm so glad that they included it. Sometimes I will layer this and this one together and I get a beautiful combination. It does really, really have a very nice sized mirror. It's not the perfect quality mirror. You know, it's very thin, but I still, I think it works out really, really well. So when you can get this palette on sale, if you are able to spend it, you know, I don't think you would be disappointed. Now, I did wind up picking up the Gingerbread Extra Spicy palette. I certainly didn't need it, but I wanted to try it. I was going to do a look on it, but, you know, I didn't get to it as quickly as I wanted to, and I thought it might be over. I'll certainly do a look, of course, maybe comparing the two. I have the original Gingerbread palette as well. They always get AA+ for their packaging. It is their typical two-faced metal tin packaging, and these are traditionally very good shadows. I think the quality of the shadows is very good. The only thing is I'm not loving this one as much as I love the original Gingerbread palette. I don't know why, but I haven't liked my eye looks when I've been using it lately. That's why I've been playing with it a few more times, because I'm like, well, I don't understand. I don't know. Maybe I'm choosing the wrong color stories. I have no idea. As I said, the shadow quality is very, very good. And the black does have a bit of glitter in it, just so you know. And it does it does stay on your eyes. Some of them have a tendency to blend away. I said it's really pretty. I don't know why I'm struggling with this palette. But again, this is one that I thought I would really love, the way I love the original Gingerbread palette. And I'm not liking my eye looks when I use it. So that's a little disappointing because it's not a cheap palette. If you guys have any of these products, I would love to know your thoughts on them. Because especially with the products that I'm not loving so much, I'm like, maybe it's something I'm doing or not doing. So I'm curious. Now this eyeshadow palette, I have also been loving. It is getting much love, as a matter of fact. This is from my friend on here, Sandra, from My Real California Life. She did start her own cosmetics company, and she currently makes shimmer and glitter eyeshadows. Formulas are vegan and, of course, cruelty-free. And her shadows have vitamin E in them, and they feel so good on your lids when you're using them. These are so easy. Like, you just, I mean, this gorgeous. I mean, oh, it's such a beautiful color. You know why, right? Because it's named after me, and it's purple. It is my favorite purple. I mean, because it's just got beautiful sparkle to it. And these, for me, are best when I press them on my lids. And I will use a brush sometimes, but I don't like to shear them out too much. So I absolutely love it. And they're just so creamy soft. I mean, look at this olive toned one. It's so pretty. Sandra's done an amazing job. I'm so proud of her, and her packaging is beautiful, and I really wish tons of luck to her. She is a wonderful, gracious, just beautifully souled human being with a love of makeup, and now she's putting her love of makeup into her own brand. So I'm so happy for her, and I will leave her linked below so you guys can go check her out. Now this one surprised me. I didn't even show this to you guys because I picked it up just by itself on a whim. This is the Naked Honey palette. I was like, I don't need this. It's very neutral. But I saw, whom did I see use it? Samantha March. And this is the Urban Decay Naked Honey palette. The packaging is beautiful. This is all textured and raised. This is plastic, but it looks metal. It's not one of their metal palettes that they used to have. It has a magnetic closure, which I don't know why I like that, but I do. It's a very neutral palette, but something about the color story, the way it performs. And this one, when I put it on my lid, it may look like nothing special at first, but for some reason, I absolutely love it. I kind of been loving, hold on. I do a lot of looks with this little section right here. As a matter of fact, I think they have a mini of this. So if you want something that's got a little bit less shadows in it, I think it's a great idea. And this is that matte, and it goes on so, so well. I like that it has kind of two stories. Like this story here, you can create a nice look, and this story here you can create a nice look, and then the matte white just kind of balances everything out. So I was surprised very much that I've been really enjoying it, because I wear not so much neutrals, but I'm actually really, really glad that I picked this up. So I'm happy to add it to my naked collection. That sounds wrong. Oh, this stuff. You can see it's quite dirty. It's all yellow in there, and there's a reason for that. We got this in one of our boxes. This is Cosmetics Pure C. Now, this is vitamin C crystals. It's L-ascorbic acid, which is your most potent form of vitamin C. Problem is, it is also the most unstable. So it does not last long, so only several months actually. It gets degraded by light and by air. You have to wear sunscreen, or else it's going to become basically useless on your skin because the light, and because the sun is getting to it. I have several issues with it. You can tell that all the residue around there, when vitamin C goes bad, I shouldn't say goes bad, but when it becomes inactive, it darkens. And as you can see here, it's all around here. The crystals inside have stayed white, but the packaging is just horrendous. There was a little punch hole that you punch in. I thought maybe it would pop out, but I have to show you. The crystals are chunky. I don't want to dump it out too much. The crystals are chunky, and you have to smush them, which isn't so bad, but then why does it have this little stopper? Because nothing freaking comes out of there when you do that. This is something that you mix into a moisturizer to add the vitamin C to it. But again, I don't know if this is even still stable. You can hear the chunks of it in there. The concept is good. The delivery system is wrong. I don't know. I've also been using it, and I really haven't seen a tremendous difference in my hyperpigmentation the way the Sunday Riley one has. So I don't know. I think they had a good idea. They need to work on it slightly. This is another thing I bought on a whim, and I'm missing one. I don't know what I did with it. This is the little Jefree Starr mini liquid lipstick. You got 2 liquid lipsticks and 3 glosses. And I don't like any of the colors. This one is, I believe, Doll Parts, maybe. I don't even know the name of it. The Doll Parts was definitely one of them. They're just, all of his liquid lipsticks are so cool toned. Why doesn't he like warm tones? Do you know? I mean, it doesn't look very, very good on me. The formula is very nice. The lip glosses, again, not my favorite. The packaging is adorable, but there's nothing special about it. Again, this is like a really corpse colored like gloss. They are very sticky. This one is just clear. Like, I have clear. You know? I'm gonna put some of the clear on just so you can see. I mean, there. It doesn't do much. You know? Maybe a waste of $25. Whatever. This one also, this is the Dominique Cosmetics Lemonade. Smells like cake batter, literally like cake batter. Like, I just imagine myself in front of a bowl of cake batter wanting, the vanilla cake batter, wanting to lick it. The weird thing is, do you see this? I don't like that because it's like a pain. It's something simple, but it's okay, but it doesn't really do too much for me. It's pigment, I mean, it's not pigmented enough, I should say. It has some tint, but it's just not enough. I just don't think it looks flattering on top of lipsticks because, I don't know, it doesn't do much for me. So I just smell it. That's what it's good for. I'll use it up, maybe not the whole thing, but I was disappointed in it. This, I love and I don't. It's so cool because it's a gloss and it's pigmented. It's just a really crazy color, but I really like the color. It's orange and it's sparkly and it's so dramatic that I love it. And it's a super bold look that I wouldn't really wear too much. I do want to wear it on camera because it's so cool. And then what I can do is I can tone it down a little bit by mixing another color in with it. But I love the tone of it, that orangey color. Orange tones do look good on my skin. So I have this love-hate relationship with it. I love the feeling of it. I do love the color, but it's so bold that, because I'm not 20, it's just a bit much, but I'll probably wear it on camera, so, but I'm really happy. And this was, again, 40% off from the Tutti Frutti collection, so, you know. This I was disappointed in. This is the eyeshadow from the Jouer kit that I got on sale. It was deeply discounted. It came with a mini highlighter, which I'm meh about, and I thought I would be excited about this. It's an eyeshadow, but it's definitely just a topper, because when you swipe it on, it kind of removes some of the eyeshadow underneath, so you can't press too hard, but you want to press hard because you want pigmentation. It just doesn't have any. So I kind of use it, but I kind of don't. It's just a little bit disappointing in it because I want it to be more. So sometimes, I mean, if I just want a tiny bit of sparkle, I'll kind of tap it on top and then tap my fingers in, but it's not going to have that oomph look that you would think it would have by looking at it in the container. I mean, the packaging is gorgeous, you know what I mean, but you get disappointed sometimes. Oh, this. I forgot to talk about this the last time. Oh boy. This is from Westmore Beauty. Packaging is beautiful. It's blue. It's an eyebrow thingy. It's a paint on. It has a brush. It's very wet. Well, the color is definitely wrong. But when you put this on your eyebrows, I don't know how to describe it. It feels like you're painting Elmer's glue on your eyebrows. It doesn't do anything for them. It just like coats them. I don't know what they were trying to do with this stuff, but it doesn't work. And as I said, when it dries crunchy. I know you have to like try to brush it out, but I can't explain my disappointment in this. I don't understand why you would paint, like it's painted on. I can understand maybe if it was in a brush form or something, but yeah, no. One more highlighter I forgot, and I don't know how I forgot because I love it. You're not going to be able to see, but I have used it quite a bit. This is the Makeup Revolution that I wasn't going to pick up because I sure don't need another highlighter at all. I had swatched it in the store and it's so buttery soft and oh my goodness. I did get another one that same day, but I haven't used it enough to talk about it. I love all three tones. This last one is a little bit dark, but I make it work. It is so freaking pretty. Relatively inexpensive. Your hands look like molten like metal when you're using them. The softness, they're very pigmented. Yes, they're not subtle whatsoever, so if you're looking for a subtle, this isn't for you. I don't really look for subtle mostly, but I'm so glad that I did pick this up because I like it. Two last lip glosses. This I just talked about, you just saw this. But remember, I recorded that like a month ago, so I've been playing with them, all three. This is the only one I could find to grab really quickly. This is the set of the Lorac lip glosses. I wear this every day. If you can see here, it's like down to here, because basically I just put these on multiple times a day. Let me just throw even more lip stuff on. Why not? I would love these more if they were scented, but they are so pretty, both over lipstick or by themselves. They have just enough of a hint of sparkle. Okay. They're just pretty, and they're opaque enough and sheer enough and all that. My one problem is the wand is super bendy. You don't have to be precise with these, but the wand is almost too bendy, if you know what I mean. But it doesn't stop me from using them. And I use all three, and I love them. This little baby lipstick is from Winky Lux. I'd never tried the Winky Lux bullet lipsticks before. It doesn't have a good smell. I don't think it has a good smell, but I love the formula. I love the color. I love the formula. I love the way it goes on. I wear this. It's pigmented, so you will know that you're wearing it, but it's comfortable. It's beautiful. I want more of them. And they're cute little bullet lipsticks with adorable packaging. They're the company that has all the cats all the time. You know, they have the kitten palette and the mermaid kitten palette, you know. But I love these. They're a reasonable price, and I want more of them. I don't need more of them, but I want more of them. Well, my friends, that was a long video. I had a lot to catching up. I didn't even include everything that I wanted to talk about. This is the time, my friends, where I do get to say goodbye, tell you how much I adore you, tell you how grateful I am for you, and just let you know that I'm just so grateful that you're part of the family. If you're new here, hello, welcome. If you would love to join the family, I would love to have you. We are a wonderful group of people over here. If you wouldn't mind giving this little video a thumbs up, that would mean everything to me too. And of course, my friends, whatever part of this world you're in and around, I hope you have an amazing day, a fabulous, amazing, wonderful week coming up, and I will see you in the next one. Maybe I'll change my background. Maybe I won't, but you know. Much love, everybody. Bye.